There are teacher sick-outs going on in multiple districts around the country. Corey DeAngelis, who is an expert on public education and an advocate for school choice, he reported that Pottsgrove School District was supposed to partially reopen a couple days ago on December 7th, but families found out the night before, on December 6th, that their schools aren't opening because too many teachers called in sick. Families, as he says, are getting the short end of the stick here because these teachers' unions are advocating for sick-outs as a way to protest schools reopening. There is an organization called More UFT who they describe themselves as the Justice Caucus and NYC United Federation of Teachers. They publicly on Twitter called for a sick out. So called for teachers to call in sick, even though they're not really sick, so they don't have to teach your children. There was a peaceful protest protesting the lockdowns in Oregon. And there was a teacher who drove by and was very angry about this. So I'm going to play this clip. So thankfully, we bleeped out the cuss words for you, but she tells these peaceful protesters to kill themselves, and she calls them derogatory names, and she says, I am an expletive teacher. I work at school. Guys, no amount of public school funding can change the fact that these are some of the educators that are teaching your kids. There's a lot of wonderful, wonderful, caring educators out there. But there's a lot of educators like this, too, who are indoctrinating your kids. You know, it's so funny. People say, oh, homeschooling parents indoctrinate their kids. Your kids are going to be indoctrinated. Do you want them indoctrinated by that lady or by you who loves them and who cares about them and who knows what they need? Of course. Kids are going to be taught, they're going to be indoctrinated, and they're going to be given certain values in a particular worldview. Nothing is neutral. This lady clearly isn't neutral. This lady is in charge of the education of your kids for 8 hours a day. And this is unfortunately representative of a portion of educators, really, whether you're looking at public school or private school. They're so frustrated by the fact that there are people who want to maintain their livelihoods by working, even though the jobs of these public education teachers are protected. Like, they are still getting paid with our taxpayer dollars, even if they refuse to go to school. That's not right. I mean, in any other private sector job, you would be fired for that kind of behavior. Or you would be fired for not going to work